Howdy y'all, welcome back to Luke's Homebrew. No silly hat this time. Unfortunately, the shit hit my circle, and I just feel like I have to say something about it because I think it's utterly ridiculous. So if you're not paying attention, a couple days ago, by the time of this filming of this video, Wizards of the Coast recently announced that they are going to completely revise and rewrite all the 5th edition books to make it so that orcs, half-orcs, dark elves, and possibly a few other races are their whole lore is being completely rewritten due to this whole Black Lives Matter situation. It's a complete PR stunt. That's all it is. And I'm going to try and take points because it's irritating to me. So if I go off on a little tangent, that's why. But seriously, Wizards, I know you're left-leaning. I know it's important to be compassionate. I know, I am wholeheartedly in agreement with the fact that people should be equal. But why does it just need to affect fantasy, imaginary world things? This has been the roots of D&D and fantasy for ages. And you yourself have specifically said that if you don't like something in the lore, well, it's your own campaign, so change it. But they've specifically said, I can see if I can pull up a tweet, I don't know if I can find it though, of them specifically saying that it's them holding true to their roots, and that if you don't like the lore, well, it's your own game, do what your players like, do what you like. And I have no problem with that. If people want to do whatever, go for it. Have fun. But I think if this was all such a problem to them, then why didn't they change it when they specifically wrote 5th edition or 4th edition, 3.5, 3rd, 2nd? 1st edition was a little far back, so different time. But really, if specifically for 5th edition, if this was such a problem on their minds, why didn't they write it as such when the books came out in the first place? And why did they wait until right now, when all this shit is hitting the fan, to flip the switch and be like, oh, actually, we're actually going to rewrite all the lore and disassemble all our roots to Lord of the Rings, any form of fantasy whatsoever, and then knock out a lot of our early round bad guys because, it's racist, it makes people uncomfortable. If it makes groups uncomfortable, then the DM should be able to just be like, yeah, I don't feel like doing it. Drow are good guys, half-orcs are good guys. Look at Critical Role, for example. Prime example right there. But why does it have to be changed across the board? Because of the situation. I'm fine with them changing it. If they wanted to change it in 5th edition when it came out, or 6th edition when it does come out, fine. I don't care. But it feels weak, and it feels like this is just a PR move to make Wizards of the Coast look good, and they're just taking advantage of the situation. I hope I can get that point across. But seriously, why is it so important to just wipe the slate clean, make it so let's just throw out any realm of realism or whatever, make it so lizard folk can go fuck elves, and then we can get some weird amalgamation. Sure, they probably could, but as a biologist, I'm going to school for this shit, and yes, you could say the same argument back to me at this point, saying, oh, well, if you don't agree with it, you can just do it different in your own campaign. Yes, that's true, but it annoys me that it's happening now, and my problem with it is that we are changing things that are fundamental to the game, to how we apply reality to this fantasy world, just on a whim to try and make a very small minority of very loud individuals, because I know a very large majority of people are upset by this, but it's a very small minority of angry individuals that are climbing up Wizards of the Coast neck, just trying to get them to change shit, to make them happy, to give them a sense of power over things. I'm fine if they just changed it, but I feel like they fucked up by doing it right now during all this shit just as a PR stunt. That's where my opinion stands on it. Like I said, I don't care what you do in your game. I do some weird shit in my game too. Like, if you want to have a lizard folk, fucking elf, and have some weird amalgamation, perfect. Okay, that might be cool. That's something neat for fantasy realm. Go ahead and make us a race for that. What does that look like? But as a biologist applying realism and genetics and all that stuff to it, there's no way in shit that would happen at all. And I probably wouldn't have it happen in my game without some weird form of magic involved. But I just feel like this is all just a PR stunt to make a very small minority of the majority of people that are upset right now, but a very small and loud minority that's climbing up Wizards of the Coast back to try and get them to change shit just to change shit. So, sorry this is a rant, sorry this is completely off topic from what I normally like to do, but seriously, like, this is just stupid. It's stupid. And it's a PR stunt just to make people feel happy, safe, and secure. If you want to feel happy, safe, and secure, just play the game however the fuck you want. Why are we changing lore just because people are upset with the current situation right now? What are we going to do next? Is Warner Brothers going to completely remake Lord of the Rings and have some other race or some other weird amalgamation replace the orcs because the orcs were evil? We need bad guys. We need evil creatures that encourage people to really look and see the world as it is, because the world is filled with evil people, evil creatures, shit that's going to fuck you up in real life if you don't have a thick skin or a way to just mentally handle it. And I think, especially since D&D is played by a lot of kids and young adults, it's important for us to really soak in that evil sense of the world and know that it does exist. Obviously, if you want everything to be happy and dandy, you're probably not playing D&D, because D&D, we kill monsters and we loot shit and we're 90% murder hobos. So I don't know. I'm just worked up, and that's why this is all sporadic. But that's probably where I'm going to end the video. We're coming close to 10 minutes. I wish this either happened in a new book, or like I wish they either printed 5th edition like this or they made 6th edition like this, but to do it now with the current circumstances just blowing shit up, I feel like it's just a very weak PR stunt to try and save their ass. And I don't think it's founded in any other form other than to just save their ass, because a lot of angry people are sending them angry messages because they're not trying hard enough. They're not doing enough to change the game. People need evil shit in the world. Teaches us to be strong, because no matter what, no matter how dandy and perfect the world is, people are going to screw you over, fuck you over, and take advantage of you unless you know how to say, no, screw you, fuck off. You know? That's where I'm going to end the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like down below if you did. Otherwise, this is a very weird and off-topic video. It angers me that this shit is hitting the fantasy imaginary world where I don't know. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye.